Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome back. It's your boy Logic and we're here with a best of 7. We're going to have RTK J Phoenix and XMT Ice Power. Two great players in the game here. Looking to have quite the competitive series. How we all doing? Papra, how we doing? The man, the myth, the legend. If you don't know Papra, do go check him out on Twitch. He does some nice streams of himself playing with some pretty nice music in the background. I'm not going to lie, I enjoyed it quite a lot when I watched. We've got everybody in here. We've got Narandon, how are we doing? CJ as well, Mr. Hank Cyrus, Mr. Roboduck of War, J Phoenix, Massimiliano, welcome dude, as well as Jeremy, Nick, and so many of you. Thank you very much for all joining. Hope you're all having a fantastic evening. We're going to be starting off on Outdoor Outskirts. Looks like we have Vampire Counts up against Bretonia, with the bands being Dark Elves and Wood Elves. So no high elf bands here. Very interesting. Mr. Down Under Blunder, how are we? How are we? Can we ban Ice Power? You can try. But I hope we're all doing well. Hope we're all doing well. What kind of matchups are we expecting for tonight? Is that already the match up set? Yes, that is already the match up set. They're going to be playing Bretonia and they're going to be playing Vampire Counts, which I think is Bretonian favoured, if I'm personally honest. So I've got the wrong camera on, but that's okay. We can just skip through this. And we're back. There we go. Cool. Sweet. So we're going to hop in here. Let's have a look with the Bretonians and see what we got today. So we're going to be having some Grail Knights. Okay, so very nice with that perfect vigor and all that charge bonus. In the middle we are going to have some men-at-arms, mixing with some peasant mobs. Also some men-at-arms. And it's like here we're going to have a truckload of pox, arrows, and peasant bowmen. Yeah, pretty effective there for their cost. Men-at-arms as well in the back, and some more Grail Knights. Yeah, Grail Knights are pretty scary here with that magic damage, you know, immune psychology and all the great stats. Where's the Lord? So the Lord's going to be in the middle. So it looks like we're going to have Faye, a double paladin. So one of the paladins here will have Naked, and the other one will have Guardian, and of course Faye with the Life Bloom. Earthblood, Dwellers Below, Arcane Conduit, Feather Favour, and Chalice of Potions. Pretty standard stuff. Pretty elite cavalry though, which is quite interesting. Maybe just to counteract Blood Knights, etc. Zombies on the front line, 4 units by the look. Some Crypt Ghouls as well. A little bit more elite infantry there to deal with the mid-tier infantry in case it does come here from the Bretonians. Some Crypt Horrors in the middle. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 Crypt Horrors as well. Good opinion Cav potentially. And they're going to be alongside Heinrich Keller. So Heinrich Keller will have the Lord of Undeath for that Summon of Krell. We'll also have Raise the Dead, Dance Macabre, Invocation of Nehek, and the Chaos Toonblade. We'll have Curse of Undeath and Master of the Dead, and the Double Vargol for that armor-piercing, terrifying monsters, with some Fellbats here in the sky. So Fellbats going to be a bit of a nuisance here. Now hopefully we can try and flap all over the Peasant Bowmer Pox arrows and try and do some pretty good work here if they can. It's going to be the slow approach, as you can see, on Outdoor Outskirts. We're talking about all sorts of level of terrain here. Trees all over the place, so can be a bit of a hindrance here on some of those missiles. And can be a bit annoying for some cavalry play as well. How are we all doing? Hanodins, says Ducky. So we're going to be coming forward. We're going to be having a little bit of a sweat off here. We're going to be having some zombies up against some of those sweaty, filthy peasant mobs. As they do smash here into the front line, we are going to have the double White Kings here. So just scab scrape both of these on horseback. I think they're going to be just trying to counter the paladin plays here. Looks like we're going to be having just the undead version of that. Arrows coming forward, just like they're going to be shooting here. Oh, Scab Scrape on the line. So we're going to get Scab Scrape through. Oh, that's a gorgeous Scab Scrape on the Peasant Bowmer Pox arrows. Pox arrows going to be firing into the front here up against the Crypt Horrors and getting into those zombies and the Crypt Ghouls as well. Crypt Ghouls do come with poison as far as I'm aware. Yes, they do. Relatively lightly armoured, only 10 armour there, so they will lose to most mid-tier infantry, but they do okay with their stats. Coming into the middle now, I'm going to see the Fade just jumping in there, trying to get some damage up against the Crypt Ghouls nice and early, trying to get some damage off there using Mist of the Lady, and obviously imbuing those negative stats as well. Fight's getting underway, mainly here in this middle pocket. Crypt Ghouls starting to punch into the front line, and when's this cavalry going to come in? That cavalry really wants to bolster up with some of that infantry, and get some free charges in and out here. Kind of want to get those men-at-arms forward, and try to see if we get some of those free bad boy charges, but certainly don't want to be fighting too much against the Crypt Horrors. They'll thump back pretty hardly here. As we can see, it looks like the majority is going to be going down here in the pocket. Going to be having some good damage coming in the middle. We are going to be having the Dance Macabre overcasted here for the 40-meter effect. Once they do fight up here against the Paladins. And looks like coming in as well, going to be the Vargos and also Heinrich Keller. Going to be fighting in this middle pocket. One of the Paladins has been absolutely smashed here in the middle. And, oh no, sorry, it's not here. That's actually going to be the infantry. Paladin's doing okay, but the infantry has been destroyed here from the peasants. Looks like they're trying to isolate Faye here in the middle. They're really trying to get on top of her and trying to see if they can sort of push her out. And they kind of have. They've forced her to have to relocate, and the Paladins are going to be a little bit behind now. But the Paladins could sort of drop over in this direction, trying to see if they could just kind of keep up with her. Peasant Bowmen are going to get certainly infiltrated here. Cavalry charge from the nice Knights. Trying to see if they can pin in as well. Overcast from Heinrich Keller. Not too sure what came down there. Oh no, it's going to be Earthcast. What was the overcast for? Not too sure there. Looks like here, Crypt Horrors could pin in Faye. A nice summon in the back as well. Hopefully here could really just sort of shut her in. Try and see if we can get some good damage using the Crypt Horrors. Poison and Armor Piercing could do some nice work there in the middle. Let's have a look. Pound Paladin is going to be fighting along the Grail Guardians. And looks like a Chalice and a Scab Scrape here through the Peasant Bowmen, which have been terrified. Vargos coming in with that lovely melee attacks here with the armor piercing. They do hit pretty hard and pretty fast here. And as you can see, Faye is getting slapped right now. She's going to be down to half health, 2,100 health for her. And looks like Heinrich Keller's coming in for a bit of a hit as well. She's going to be wavering. She has been terrified here by the Vargos. She's also pinned in. Looks like here we are going to have some of those zombies in the back. That's really going to stop her from retreating because she is slippery for sure. One Paladin over here on the right. The other one is really trying to get in, but that's going to be the one without that Guardian ability. So not going to be given that 40, I don't think. So she is still going to be fighting, somehow getting leadership back. I don't know how she's getting quite so much leadership back here in the middle. She's getting lots of leadership, considering she's getting absolutely slapped by Vargos here in the middle. But for the rest of the battlefield, it looks like it's going to be a majority win here for the Undead. Critical's pushing into the back up against Grail Guardians. Doing some pretty good AP damage there. Probably quite an effective trade with that poison on top as well. But here in the middle, it looks like we are going to be losing the Fae, and that's more than likely going to be a win here for the Vampire Counts just due to that. But it's difficult to say. It's difficult to say. We still have some very expensive Knights left on board. Is she going to go down is the question. I think she's still in there somewhere, surely. Has she gone down? I didn't actually see if she went down there. Yeah, she did just die. Okay, she didn't come up with a symbol, but she has gone down. Looks like we have... Is that Paladin stuck in the middle? Yeah, there is one Paladin stuck in the middle as well. That Paladin is getting hit quite hard in the middle. Really hard in the middle there by some Vargos. Crypt Horrors are starting to take some punishment as well. They do that regeneration. So they're very tanky indeed. But in the back, looks like we are having some Pox Arrows still fighting alongside some of the Grail Knights. And that's very handy here in the back. Just poisoning and also just throwing down here with the Grail Guardians is quite fun. In the middle, though, it's looking a bit slap-sitting in here. Vargos still very healthy. Still quite healthy in the White Kings as well. Terrified here is going to be the Paladin. He's going to be pretty low on leadership. Balance of power is still relatively even, which is also quite surprising. But Pox Arrows now are firing in. That's going to imbue poison here all over the park. As we can see, Grail Knights and some Grail Guardians just in on the background. So we have some, I think we have some Grail Knights over here. And some Grail Knights, maybe trying to see if they can come around the flank. Maybe try and get some of those rear charges there into some of the infantry. And try and see if you can clean out just this bog of zombies. So that could be one Paladin left. Krigal's pushing through, and Heinrich Keller as well. He's going to put immediate pressure here in the back, but he might be getting caught out here. No, looks like here, unfortunately, Ice is not going to quite see that Heinrich Keller was nice and close, and is going to be getting a charge here from the Crypt Horrors indeed. Scab Scrape yet again through the line, and that was a gorgeous one up against the Peasant Bowmen. That is certainly going to finish them off today. Charge there from the Knights. Trying to see if they can do some work up against these Crypt Horrors. They don't have much armor, but they are just big boys. And in come the Vargos. Heinrich Keller as well, and where is Krell? Krell's got to be in here somewhere. Krell's maybe already been used. I haven't seen Krell yet. But Peasant Bowman still firing. We still have one Paladin. I have no idea how that Paladin got out. But some Knights left in the background. Pretty even here. We're going to be having Knights in the trees, but we are still shooting here for the Peasant Bowman in the back, and we still have a Paladin. So Knights in the trees here. I think they're trying to get as much protection as they can. Trying to see if they can reform. Try and get some of these Pox Arrows back online. But for that trade, you're going to be losing the Peasant Bowman. So you've got to decide if that's worth the trade. Peasant mobs there in the back. So we've got some Grail Knights trying to clean up on the front line infantry. What have we got left here? Zombies, men at arms. Not too concerned about that. But it looks like there's going to be some more summons in behind us. Some lovely summons coming in from Phoenix. Really pinning in the Knights of the Lion-Hearted here. They are going to get terrified. They do cause fear, but they've certainly been hit relatively hard. Another Scab Scraith here up against the Peasant Bowman. And that's what's so nice here about these White Kings. Good counters up against the majority of the infantry with those charges. And they can pretty much go hand-to-hand here up against Paladins as well. Still fighting in the middle here, that Paladin, no immune psychology, so if he gets hit a couple of times successfully, which he has, there you go, he is going to terrify. Knights coming back almost immediately as well. I thought we have left here in the trees. We have some left in the trees. Pox arrows are back. Knights are just waiting on the side. Charge there from the Grail Knights as well, trying to get as much value in this pocket as they can. If that Paladin comes back, we can maybe see some good cycle charging here up against the Vargolf with the anti-large. These Kritaras are going to go down, negative 39 leadership, they will crumble and they will fall. Heinrich Keller is going to be a healing cap as well, so maybe this is actually starting to turn around a little bit here for the Bretonnians. I was a little bit concerned when they lost their healing, especially for the elite knights that they brought. But it's looking pretty close here. This is a seriously close game. In the back here, we are cleaning up. Peasant Bowmen have shattered. Pox arrow is still on, and that's the painful one. Having that constant poison effect always going on is really painful. We have some men-at-arms here. We do actually have some Peasant Bowmen, but I'm sure we haven't seen that. All the focus here is going to be on the knight play. We have a couple of knights moving. Now, we were shooting with poison. We do now need to sort of get in to fulfill attacking rules. So the knights are turning around. They are going to start coming in. Pox arrows firing here at the front line. Going to be coming after the Vargolf, and that's not a silly decision. Only 40 armor. That's extremely light here for Warhammer indeed. But big hits there, rear charge from the Vargolf. Trying to get as much free value as they really can here in the pocket. I don't know if they're going to do enough up against the White Kings. But certainly come into the trees. You want to deal with these Peasant Pox arrows if you can. Paladin's going to be going around as well. But it's not going to be too handy for the Vargolf. Going into the trees is going to give quite a lot of negatives to those stats. Knights back in. It's a bit of a reorganization here as well. Some men-at-arms are still online. Balance of power is going to be in the Vampire Count favour. Fighting here in the trees, trying to get in and amongst. We can see here that fighting in the middle. It's going to be the Vargolf also tries to get up against these knights. Nice. The Grail Guardians down to 3.3. They do actually have perfect figures. The longer they fight, the stronger they're going to become really in reality of this game. And here we go. It looks like we do actually have the Paladin in. White Kings are going to be pushing pressure onto him as well. He's going to be getting hit relatively hard here. Only 34 melee attack here, but I'm not really sure the melee defense. Paladin, 40 melee defense. So yeah, they could hit pretty successfully there, I think. Dice roll is going to be pretty strong. Paladins are retreating. Sorry, Paladins. Grail Knights are retreating. 750 health. We actually have some men-at-arms inbound. Fighting in the trees. Grail Guardians as well. Looks like some rear charges there in the back. Looks like here's some zombies. I think these must be... No, they can't be proper zombies. They must be summoned. But, yeah, Heinrich Keller. 2.6k health. Charging in the trees here from the Grail Knights. Trying to see if we can get some outside perspective from this as well. Yeah, this is probably the best angle we can get. We can see some knights here, still going to be fighting in the trees. And probably want to get the Vargolf out. I don't think the Vargolf's going to do too strongly in here. Balance of power now really pulling into the VC favour. What's this in the back? So some knights. We've got 2 knights left. And what's this here? I can't quite see that. Yeah, and some guardians. So double knights and guardians left. They do have perfect vigour, so they will fight for a considerable amount of time. Oh, big hit there from the Vargolf as well. Hitting quite a few cav there on that charge. So he's going to be getting some cheeky bonuses there to his stats. Double White Kings, still extremely strong. I don't know how these White Kings are just so strong here. Let's have a look. They're going to be still having yeah, some pretty good health left, actually. Which is pretty good regen. A couple of hundred worth of regen there. Still not coming close to the cap yet. Vargolf has certainly been abused. This poor guy has taken charges from cav left, right, and centre. He's going to be down to 1.1k health. If he gets hit too much more, he's going to start going to those negative stats, which you really don't want him to do, because then he's just going to crumble until he eventually dies. Constant knight charges here. Vargolf does slam. Another summon of the zombies here, trying to see if we can pin in some of the cav, get some more value where we can, prevent them from just pushing in so easily, and try and hit them on the way out as well. Really nice cav charges here. Grail's down to 466, 400, negative 11 leadership. That is going to be them breaking. Very close to balancing back here. Nice charges from the Grail Guardians as well. They could break almost instantly from Terra. That is what is so helpful. And yes, there we go. That is going to be the pullout. So, nice build here from Phoenix. This was certainly worked better than I thought it was going to. Crypt Horrors, let's have a little look here. So, High Rate Killer, 680. 1,270 for the White King, 900 as well. Frontline did the chaffy stuff it needed to. 186 kills. That's pretty impressive there from the Crypt Ghouls with 380 damage value. 355. 370 and 495 as well. We've got 250 and 70 from the Fellbats with 340, 650 with 990 and 900 from the Crypt Horrors with 270 and 1.45 from the Vargolf. So, from the lady herself, 1,250 for Ice Power, with 1,650 for the Paladin, and 700 as well. I always find these Paladins always sometimes a bit of a dice roll. But 31, 81, 120, 9, and 75 from the Peasants, with 380, 50, and 111, and 245 from the Men-at-Arms. And for the Bowmen, we got 526, 460, 230, and 30 as well. So from the Knights, Knights of the Lion-Hearted, I actually missed these in the beginning, but they got 1,992. I really like them. I think, you know, the bonus was large as well. Really, really good stats. Magic damage, yeah, very strong. 2,300 for the Grail Knights, 1,570, and 209 kills for 1,300 from the Grail Guardians. Yeah, super fun game to start the day. Plus 5 points for Kemmler. Indeed, indeed. Indeed. Ew, dirty undeads. I know. They are filthy. They are filthy things. Alright, so Miss Phoenix is going to be jumping in the lead here. With a grand start. Alright, how we all doing though? How we all doing? Ice did good considering the character snipe. Yeah. Ice did very well considering the character snipe. Like, really trying to keep those cav moving, trying to protect as much of the peasant bowman as you can. This is the only possible punishment for dodging the mirror. I agree. Alright, let's see what we got here. So we should be on Astilian Tomb next, I believe. I could be wrong. Did send them. Yes, Astilian Tomb. Nice. Awesome stuff. Right. Alright, hello. At Corridor, yes, it was fun. Yes, I loved having you guys on the stream. It was nice. But who's ready for Battlemania this Friday? I'm super excited for Battlemania. It should be good fun. It should be really good fun. I really enjoyed the last one. It was nice to cast. It was nice to watch. Hello, Dins. How we doing? Why do people have so much hype about VC Mirror? I don't know, man. I don't know. You ask the PE guys, they love their VC mirrors, and I don't blame them. They are dreadful. There are people that like to watch the world, and there are people that like to watch the world burn, Mr. Hannadins, and I'm not too sure which side NetBit stands on sometimes. we were meant to have a best of 17 mirror match if the PE boys got their way. Because people want to sleep at this hour. Yeah, probably. Alright, so Tomb Kings, which Ice Power has certainly been practicing a lot. Up against, I'm banning Dwarfs and Skaven. Okay. So we could certainly see something interesting. Now, the way that Ice has been playing this a lot recently is quite a few chariots. Some pretty cheap infantry. I think some Tomb Scorpions have been the main way around it. I'm going to give it my best in Battlemania this Friday. Mate, give it your best. That's all you can do, right? That's all you can do. That's what I try and do every tournament I play in. Just try and give it my best. Imagine not liking the video and subscribing to the channel. Only Grom would not do these things. I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, guys, if you are enjoying this, please do smash that like button. It really does help. It really does help. And if you're not subscribed, of course, that's always going to help as well. They are great, wonderful things that you guys can do. Ice is playing TK now. Yes, Ice has been practicing TK for a while. TK is quite a fun. I actually kind of like TK actually. For the undead, I think my favorite is TK. I do like TK. I think they're pretty fun. Also, they're not that abusive on, like, you know, regen. Nice, Leia. Nice to hear it. Nice to hear you signed up, ready to go. Should be good fun. Should be really competitive. I'm looking forward to it. TK banned Skaven. Yeah, not too sure why. Not too sure why. I think I would have banned Norska, actually. I think Norska is pretty good into TK, but not many people play Norska. Looks like they're both ready. Looks like High Elves is going to be the pick. And this should be pretty interesting. Now, Phoenix is a strong High Elf player, that's for sure. He didn't cast it. Terrible. Terrible. You always need to cast a VC mirror. Free for all. My god, that's disgusting. I don't know why you would bother. I love it though, I love it. Next best of 7 gonna be me and Bunnies. No shameful mirror doshi. I mean, sure. How about we do the next stream, the next best of 7 between Neckbit and Bunnies, and they can only mirror. They can only mirror. I love it. All right. Because I bugged out my camera. Let's sort this out. There we go. Saves me having to just leave the lobby. There we go. Nice. See, I like debugged camera, but I don't like casting on debugged camera. I actually prefer the classic camera to cast on, because the scrolling up and down is better. Like, I move too fast when I'm like this, but I can scroll up and down pretty nicely. So, Nekahara Horseman here in the front, good. Added armor, added speed as well for that. We are going to see some Tomb Scorpions and lots of Chariots. It's kind of what I expected. I've seen him kind of play these a few times. But Skeleton Spearman here, you can see some Yoshopti great bows here in the back. Some chosen of the gods here, quite nice. Skeleton Spears, some more Yoshopti, and just mass Skeleton Spears. We are going to see his Tomb Scorpion. Ark of the Black as well, probably the best Spirit Leecher in the game. He will be here with the Tomb Blade of Arkan, the Staff of Nagash, Soul Blight, and also Spirit Leech. Yeah, pretty nice. Skeleton Warriors, and looks like here, how many Chariots we got? Chariots actually come with 9 models, but they have 1, 2, 3 Chariots there. Yeah, pretty good indeed. Pretty good. I like it. Not going to see any RORs here too much. So here from the High Elves. Oh my god, I don't know what this is. So we have some Lion Chariots to chase. I don't know how many. There are lots of them. Lots and lots and lots of them. There's 3 of them in there. We're going to be having Alariel the Radiant, as well as a Handmaiden of the Ever Queen and a Noble. We're going to have a Frosty in the Sky, Frosty Heart Phoenix, and some White Lines of Chase. Triple of those indeed. Chasing in the background here, we are going to have Arkan trying to just pivot around here. And she's going to be moving over to the left-hand side. Quite the mobile force, apart from, of course, the Infantry Corps. Skeleton Chariots are going to run over this if you're not going to protect it. But it's like she's going to try and run over here whilst we try and run over here with the Tomb Kings. So it looks like here we're going to be having the Missile Resistance from the Noble. Can't quite see what we've got for Handmaiden. Not too much. And here from L'Oreal, it looks like it's going to be Earthblood, Fierce Protection, a Star of Avalon, and Arcane Conduit. Going to get those negative stats here for the Frost Heart Phoenix. And yeah, pretty good stuff. Lots of physical resistance. And pretty difficult for the Toomey boys to deal with indeed. In the back, getting abused are going to be some of these White Lines of Chase. And I don't mind too much because they abuse dwarfs, so seeing them go doesn't make me sad. And moving forward, the White Lines of Chase. Good armor piercing. Not too much to punch through here, unfortunately. But in the middle, what's going to be going down here? Is that on Earthblood? No, it's going to be a Fierce Protection, increasing that armor and that melee defense. Going to be pushing that Frostheart Phoenix into that nice 110 category. Anything between 100 and 120 is a pretty nice armor set in general. Pushing forward, Skeleton Warriors here going to be fighting up against the White Lines of Chase. And here we go, punching in the front line here. Lovely. I actually do like White Lines of Chase. They're a really gorgeous unit, especially with the fur on the back. I love them and their big animations there with their ginormous armor-piercing axes. Here at the top, though, we're going to be hitting some of those Realms of Ushopti. Sorry, the Realms of the Souls, apologies for that healing. The Realms of Ushoptis won't follow too far behind either. I think that's at least tier 2. Maybe try and see some more soon. Nice animations there, but it looks like you can see just cycling through. These chariots are just so easily punched through melee. melee infantry at the moment. It's pretty painful sometimes. But yeah, they're going to be just carving straight through, and everything's going to be hopping onto the chariots here. We can see that actually Alaria the Radiant and the Lion Chariot's going to be doing some nice work in the middle. Now, I believe that actually the Skeleton Chariots do struggle with a bit of armor piercing. They're mainly going to be anti-infantry, but you do have the armor piercing variants here for the Lion Chariot to chase. Summon of the Ushopti here from the Chosen of the Ushopti. The summon you can get. And in the middle, Chariot to chase, just going to be clearing up Skeleton Spearmen at the top. Is that going to be another Fair's Protection? It is going to be another Fair's Protection, overcasted there. What else? I did see perhaps a Spirit Leech here in the back on somebody. Was that on... No. I heard a Spirit Leech. And looks like we are going to have a Star as well. Star, is that going to heal? That's not going to be healing the Frostheart Phoenix. Frostheart Phoenix is going to move in, and it's going to start to get healed. In the background, we are going to be using some White Lions. Have we got any White Lions left on the battlefield? We've got one set here, one in the middle, so that's going to be 2 gone already. Balance of Power dead even. Ushopti are going to be shooting into the pocket. I think that's why that heal is necessary here with the Star. We can see that Alariel is going to be fighting up against the Ushopti here. Ushopti have some pretty good armor piercing. Anti-infantry is not too strong for them. It's about 6. So I actually see Ushopti as a bit of an anti-large, a bit of a cavalry damager really, rather than more of an anti-infantry model. But some good charge here. White Lions just clearing up Skeleton Spears. Chase losing actually, surprisingly here in this middle. I'm not too sure why they're losing quite so badly. Maybe just a couple of chariots a moment ago, but they are wavering pretty heavily. In the middle, Frosty's doing pretty nicely. She's having some fun here. Just caught us some debuffs left, right, and centre. Could do maybe a little bit of pressure on the back here with the Chosen of the Gods. They're just free shooting here. Just doing some pretty good damage here in the pocket. As you can see there, the Nekahara Horsemen, they tried to get in for a bit of bulk just to try and, you know, cluster this all up. Prevent them from getting in a moment, trying to see if we can get some good damage in the middle. With an overcast Earthblood there. Is that overcast? No, just a normal casting Earthblood. Moving in is going to be Arkan. Pretty dangerous from Arkan there. He's pretty susceptible to some shots here from Handmaiden. In moves the Tomb Scorpion though. Tomb Scorpion is going to be fighting. But these chariots are going to be extremely heavy here and going to prevent him from moving. Charges from the Handmaiden. Moving in with the Noble as well. He's going to be anti-large with that armor piercing. Pretty good here up against the Tomb Scorpion indeed. So some nice micro and some nice movement here from Mr. Ice Power. He's going to be moving his Chosen of the Gods and the Ushopti back here just to continue to get that pepper going forward and just salting up all of the forces of the High Elves. Another Spirit Leech here. Looks like Spirit Leech is just going to be going on top of the chariots. I like Spirit Leech on chariots. There's lots of damage indeed. That's actually going to break a Lion Chariot, which is going to be pretty painful here. I counter Earthblood here, trying to heal. Looks like it doesn't quite catch, but it is going to be healing the rest of the forces in the middle. White Lions are going to get broken. Frosty's still going strong here in the middle, though. Moving in with Skeleton Chariots, they're going to start cycle charging here all over the front line of the High Elves. Ushopti doing some strong work. Very, very still. Let's have a look. 7 kills there. I can't see where the second unit's gone. Here it is. Looks like we're getting 11 kills here. So looks like they're going to be targeting chariots and they're going to be targeting bigger single entities. Tomb Scorpion is going to be fighting up against Frosty. Although we do have nice and close the Noble. Noble can butter the bread here of Arkan and also the Tomb Scorpion. So you do have to be careful there. And the Skeleton Spearmen are going to be running out. Maybe a nice Tomb Blade summon here could be good. Just to blockade, give you a little bit more chaff there to keep cycle charging through. And also just give you a little bit more damage here in the pocket. Looks like we did try to get in Star of Avalon. I don't know if that was a miscast or we're just trying to heal the White Lion to chase. Not too sure. Let's have a look here in the middle. Alariel. She has used both of her stars. We could certainly do with some healing for the Frosty. Frosty is getting put over here just a little bit here by the Ushopti, but they are going to start running out of ammunition. When they do run out of ammunition, pretty good melee combatants, but not the best. We do have some pretty good counters here in the middle. Nekahara Horsemen, they're going to be going down pretty considerably. They're negative 53 leadership. Perhaps even getting close there to just shattering die instantly. Spirit Leech, I didn't quite see. Is that going down? That's going to be going down on the Lion Chariots. I really like these Spirit Leeches from Ice. Really smart. Just taking down these chariots one by one, damaging them where you can, and just withering them until they eventually fall down on models. Noble's going to be fighting now up against the Trojans in the back with Alariel, but they've used all their ammunition here, so they've managed to get their full value. Balance of power pretty even, but Frosty has struggled here. She's going to have to retreat, try and get some of those feathers back and see if she can come back a little bit later. Tomb Scorpion going to be just whapping here up against... I love those tail attacks here. They're just going to be slamming into the chariots. Tomb Scorpion though, 1.4k health. He is struggling. Kind of need that mass there if we can. Earthblood is going to keep him alive here and keep the Lion Chariot still fighting, but still getting slapped here from that tail is going to be pretty painful. But why is he facing the wrong way? He'll be going down to only 30% of his own melee defense, getting recharged there if you're not careful. That is the problem with some attack animations here in the game. In the middle, we are going to see the Chosen of the Gods. Just trying to fight in melee combat, trying to get some of that good armor piercing. 65 armor piercing, weapon strength is absolutely no joke, but only 30 melee attacks, so not too bad either, not terrible. But Toon Scorpion will go down here. He's going to be negative 18 leadership, so he will be crumbling here over time. I don't think we're going to see him back anytime soon. So it's going to be Chosen, and it's going to be a couple of those skeleton chariots fighting to the very, very end. 4 chariots there in the back. We've got 8 here, and 6 as well. Handmaiden of the Everqueen now, fighting up against Archon. I think she's run out of ammunition. She still has ammunition. You could kite here a little bit up against Archon. Get that fire damage in, because he does have a weakness to fire as well. Try and get some of that extra damage where you can. But she's now going to be running away against these skeleton spears. Alarielle's going to be stuck in the middle of a rock and a hard place here, just fighting up against Chosen of the Gods. That's not really where she wants to be, unfortunately. But getting pinned in here is going to be the Noble, and the Chariots as well, just going to be grinding here on the outside as well. In the middle, looks like we have broken the Lion Chariots of Chase, and Archon is still going to be moving with that Staff of Nagash. Lightly going down here in the Skeleton Chariots, negative 34 leadership, yet they'll be falling in just a matter of moments. In the back here, we still have some shots from the Shopti, and we still have some Skeleton Warriors on the outside that could be quite handy. Balance of Power is surprisingly pulling into the High Elf favour. I don't know how this is quite happening, considering I think that Toon King should be able to pull this win. But it still has some ammunition for the hand. I don't know if the Handmaiden can really pull this out of the bag here. Maybe get some shots here into the Arc and the Black. We could see a Dubsky. But it really depends. It really depends. The Skeleton Warrior summon is still going to be fighting strong here in the middle, but going to be taking some pretty big damage. Looking pretty exhausted here, so we've got both of these two are just exhausted. They're going to be struggling just fighting against all of this chaff. This is where Archon could come in a little bit fresher, try and see if he can get some good damage hits here, maybe on the Handmaiden. Certainly lose up against the Noble. So Archon's going to be running away, and this is where it's starting to look a little bit dangerous. He needs to try to see if we can get some of these Shopti in. Don't know what else we've got left here on the map. Broken the back, some White Lions. We actually have some Skeleton Chariots over here as well. I think they were chasing off here. You can't be forgetting about those. Need to get those back in as soon as possible. Skeleton Spears moving forward. A couple of models are going to be going down here from the Chosen. Try and see if we can get those back online with some extra leadership. Try and see if we can stabilize them. Looks like we are going to stabilize them here quite nicely. Still here in the middle fighting. We have the Great Bows. If they can slam against Alarielle enough, Balance of Power could start to shift here. Some cycle charges as well from Archon where we can. I'm not sure what sort of winter magic we're talking about. Maybe a Spirit Leech or two still left in the pocket. And coming back in are the Skeleton Chariots. Looks like it's going to be the triple threat fighting right to the very end. Wavering are going to be the Chosen of the Gods. They're going to be on 5 leadership and negative 22. So they're certainly going to be going down 477 HP. As long as they keep fighting in combat, they will go down. But taking a lot of damage on Alarielle here. I feel that's a little bit tough at this particular moment. Earthblood. That's a nice Earthblood. Try and get some much healing there as possible whilst Alarielle can. Moving in, Staff of Nagash again. A cycle charge from Ark and the Black there into the back. Nice hit there on Alarielle the Radiant. That's a gorgeous hit. Alarielle is going to be wavering. Good luck, have fun. I like to see that. I really like the effect protection as well. That overcasted for the air of effect damage resistance is also always quite nice. So there we go. The Shopti are down. That's going to be the majority of the armor piercing down. It's just going to be those Skeleton Spears. We have some Skeleton Warriors and some cycle charging Skeleton Chariots. Chariots can get in, pin them in place, and try and see if we can recharge here, maybe with Archon. Try and get that negative 14 leadership, see if we get a bit of a break here in the middle. All depends. It all depends. Spears still fighting. It looks like the horses are going to chase up against the Chariots. I don't blame them. Try and see if they can take out a model at a time. One model does go down. They are going to be wavering. They are going to start to stabilize. They are going to be fighting. Where can Archon get in? Archon is needed here. 450 weapon strength is no joke. Trying to see if we get a good big hit roll here as well. Who are you going to target, though, is the question. The Handmaiden can still kite. It's looking tough here. It's looking tough for the Tomb Kings. What have we got left here, left on the battlefield? Not too much. Not going to be seeing those White Lions back anytime soon. 0 leadership for them. Big hits from Arkan. Can we take out Alario the Radiant is the question. That's starting to, that's going to be, is that going to be Arcane Conduit? I think that's going to be Arcane Conduit in there somewhere. Yes, Arcane Conduit goes down. Do we have any stuff in the gash? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like we have any Spirit Leeches left in the pocket either. Spirit Leeches were used very well though. Very good at taking down those chariots. It's tough to say. I think it's going to be, it is going to be some rolls here. It's now going to be going into the Tomb King favour. This is a really, really close game here, I think. Alariel's super weak. She's going to be shooting. I'd like to see her shoot into Arkham where she can. That's a big hit on Alariel. That's a big hit. That's a big hit. That could call the game there, I think. Spirit Leech. Ah, yeah. Spirit Leech on the Noble. God damn. And that Arkham can just push off, I think. I don't think Arkham's going to bother. Arkham's going to cycle charge. Oh, he doesn't quite hit, though. Can the Noble turn and burn is the question. So we are going to be charging onto Arkan. Shot there into the face of Arkan. Coming back. So we have Alariel here. She says she's broken. But she is coming back. No, she immediately broke. She's not too happy about the scenario she's in. She does have some healing there. And Earthblood could save her here. But she kind of wants to get an Earthblood with the rest of this. If you can. Now, can we get some shots into Arkan is the question. I don't know. Arkan actually gets caught in his own shaft. He's not going to be able to quite push through and hit up against the Noble. And this is the superiority of endgame chaff. This is why I really like the fact that Skeleton Warriors are just standing here. The fact that once these are gone, they can just move these straight in. As you can see, ready to go, pretty healthy, and strong on that vigor. That is going to be a negative 16 leadership, I think. Yep, Lord fled. Negative 16 leadership. Big cycle charge or rear charge here on either of these will be a win. I think the Skeleton Spears should be able to clear this out. Yeah, so one's going to break, second's going to break, and that's going to be army losses. GG's and well played. What a super close game. Can we really call this competitive when they're yet to be a VC mirror? I stand to the people. I stand to the people. All right. 2,774 for Ark in the back with a really, really close game. 128, 112, and 44 for the Skeleton Warriors. 1,520 for a unit of Skeleton Spearmen. I have never ever seen that much value on a single unit of Skeleton Spearmen. God damn it. 418 for the Spearmen as well, 266, 252, and 80 as well, 230, 207, and 175 for the Nekahara Horsemen, 945, 1,000, and 1,437 for 135 kills for the Skeleton Chariots. 580 for the Tomb Scorpion, 2,220 for the Shapti Greatbows, and 2,250. Really well played and a fun, nice build here from Miss Phoenix. We will have 588 from Malariel, 1,950 for the Handmaiden, 1,500 for the Noble, with 330, 200 with 34, and 380 for the White Lions of Chase. We got 1,500 for the Lion Chariots of Chase. We also got 960 and 1,370 for the Lion Chariots. 540 from the Frostheart Phoenix. Now, I can't help but wonder, obviously here you do have the White Lions. A few of them got picked off for free, really, because unfortunately in the beginning, yeah, it is a full line build, which is really fun. It is a full line build, so it's really fun, I must admit. The full line build is a meme, but I love it. What else could you have done here? I think if you weren't going for the full line meme, I think what you could have done is maybe bring in. This was actually worked surprisingly well. And I think perhaps you maybe could have brought in some extra cav because a couple of the White Lions just got caught off. Deal with the Nekahara Horseman and just see if you can put some pressure in the back there, perhaps. But nice game either way. Nice game either way. All right, so game 3, we'll move on to Bloodpine Woods, I believe it is. So we'll move up the scores. Scores on the doors are 1 apiece. It's actually an anti-lizard build, I've told. Oh, okay. That build is no meme. Oh, okay. I actually clicked on the Phoenix, but it noped out. Nope. I want nothing to do with that. Yeah, it was a very close game indeed. It was a very close game. Very enjoyable. Chariot on chariot action, Mr. Parkerilla. How you doing, Kadane? Really cool game, GG. Yeah, indeed. I enjoyed it for sure. That's why Cleader is OP. She could 3 vs 1 that hero squad. I mean, Cleader does have some excellent charge bonus, to be fair. She can certainly hit pretty hard. Those Spirit Leeches, though, were devastating on those chariots. They were hard for sure. All right, so it looks like here we have Wood Elves banning Chaos and Lizard Men. Chaos. Okay. Maybe something I don't know, but an interesting ban. I always generally thought Wood Elves did quite well into Chaos, but looks like there is going to be a ban of Chaos. And the Lizardman ban, totally understandable. We've already seen Bretonia. We've already seen Bretonia here from Ice Power, so Bretonia would have been another good counter. But High Elves could have been brought. That could be one of the few matchups the High Elves could do well in. But it looks like it is going to be an Empire pick, and a good Empire pick indeed. I do like Empire into Wood Elves for sure. It all depends on how Ice Power wants to play this. All depends. The Black Coach is a redonkulous machine, that's for sure. Steam Tank, yes! Bring the Steam Tank! Tell you what, bring the Steam Tank with the Eternal Banner of Flame, and you could see some like flaming shots going like straight into like Durfu or something. You just wreck Durfu instantly. What's that? An extra 25% damage on a bazillion damage. Oh, love it. All right, let's do this then. Let's say Tomb Kings, High Elves. Who else has some good ones? Oh, Chaos. All right, so it's like Ice Power is ready. Expecting all levels of Burning Head. It would die so horribly. So who has the best chariots? Now, it doesn't have to be like the most competitive, but like it can be the most competitive, or it could be whoever you think has your favorite ones, or just whatever. Which chariots you guys enjoy the most in the moment? Of course. Swiss Pikeman turns up when we have Empire against Wood Elves. Yeah, I did leave out DE, but I put these ones in. Something a little bit different, eh? Something a little bit different. I do like Scourge Runner chariots, though, I must admit. They are gorgeous units. Arca Sotek is the best chariot. What is the closest thing in the Lizardman roster to a chariot? What's the closest thing? I don't know. I have to think about that. Alright, for the Wood Elves, we're going to have... Ooh. Oh, nearly. Let me sort this out. Silly boy, I'm always keep forgetting. There we go. So, we're going to be having some sneaky great Stag Knights. I really like Red Stag Knights. They're gorgeous looking units. In the front as well, we're going to be having some Wild Riders with shields. Bad boys there with the silver shields. We're also going to have some Way Watchers. 3 units of Way Watchers. Looks like we have some Eternal Guards with shields. And yes, indeed. The Glade Lord as the Lord choice. Let's see what we've got with the Glade Lord. Looks like we have Life. And some Stag Knights in the trees with some Eternal Guard. Oh, look at those horns. So we are going to have the Glade Lord, who will have, or the Glade Ladies, we should say. We are going to have the Prey, and we are going to have the Arrows of Kurnos. In the trees, the Spellsinger of Life. Yeah, looking pretty strong. Pretty strong here indeed. Triple Way Watchers, though, I believe. Yes. Triple Way Watchers could be something interesting. No Cane, no gain. How we doing? The Divine Dreadosaurian putting double arc. I love it. I love it. All right. So, some Knights of the Blazing Sun. Really cool looking units here. Very good with their 78 charge bonus indeed. We are going to have some spears in the back. Dotted around with some huntsmen as well. Triple huntsmen with some silver bullets in the front line. Nice for that magic attack. In the back, some heavily armored Empire Knights. And some more Knights on the right-hand side. We are going to have Volkmar the meme. He's not really a meme, he's very strong. But we are going to have Volkmar with, an Amethyst Wizard and also a Bright Wizard. So I'm sure Spirit Leech here. Spirit Leech indeed. And we are going to have Burning Head and Fireball with Kindle Flame, with Volkmar the Grim, with the Grand Soulfire, Banishment, and the Jade Griffin. And some swordies in the front, including the Sigmars. Some silver bullets for that magic damage. Good up against Dryads in general. They have all that physical resistance. At least all trees have physical resistance. So nice to shoot there in the front with these bad boys. Triple Huntsman as well. Triple Huntsman is painful. Triple Huntsman could do some nice work here up against the Way Watchers. Bucket loads of spears. Really wide here from the Empire. They operate quite well. Moving back and rotating is going to be this force. We do have a strong dot of them in the trees. Shots here just going straight into the silver bullets. I think a lot of them actually missing, which is quite surprising. Good dodge there from Ice Power. Earthblood just a kill here. Still 45 models. Fireball coming straight down the pipeline. Oh, nearly missing. Given a couple of these Eternal Guards the free haircut they needed. And some shots here coming into the Amethyst Wizard. Just going to be kiting here with the Glade Lord. Oh my god, trimming apart the Amethyst Wizards are going to be the Way Watchers. They're just absolute snipers. Shots here going to the silver bullets. Looks like we are going to have... What is this? I was looking at Dwellers, but looks like we are going to get away from that. Spellsinger. So we have Dwellers, Earthblood, and a Blessing of the Ancients. A very nice ability, Blessing the Ancients, especially with this amount of tree line. Yeah, good luck, have fun from both sides. These two know each other very well, so I'm going to let them sort of micromanage their own games. If there's anything they're unhappy about, they'll let me know. Otherwise, I'll just keep casting. Yeah, charging the front here, out of the trees come the Wild Riders with shields, charging straight downhill into the Spearmen. Let's take a good counter charge there for that, but some pretty nice work there indeed. Over on the left-hand side, we are going to be moving here using the Eternal Guards. Shots in the trees come the Wild Riders. Sorry, come the Way Watchers. Way Watchers hitting pretty hard here against the Silver Bullets in the front, and looks like now we're going to be targeting the Knights of the Blazing Sun. Not quite forest camping, but there are a few units in the forest. Now, you're allowed to have 3 or 4 units in the forest. Now, we haven't forced the engagement in the forest, but we do have a couple of units back here. Now, for example, Ice Power does have the ability to come back here and attack this. He doesn't have to go into the trees, but of course, this is where the juicy units are. This is where all of the juicy Way Watchers are. Now, they get no penalties for firing in the trees, but certainly others do. Now in the back here, we are having some great Stag Knights, some Wild Riders with shields in the front. So nice anti-large shots here from the Huntsman. Balance of power is going to be in the Wood Elf favour. What happened to that Amethyst Wizard? I do apologise. What happened to that Amethyst Wizard though? Looks like he went down, I think. So we still have some burning heads here in the forest. Looks like the Glade Lord is going to be running after the Bright Wizard, but we have some nice close protection, so you can just slowly move away. Shots over the top, so going to be hitting here into the Eternal Guards with shields, just nicely in over the top. They do have silver shields, so oh no, they're just normal Eternal Guards. Yes, they do have silver shields. Oh, Burning Head in the front though. That's going to remove. They're trying to open up a pocket here for the Elite Super Sun so we can really push through. Try and get into the back on top of these Way Watchers. That is the plan. And another. Oh, it travels through to the second unit as well. That's a nice Burning Head indeed. A net in the front here for the Glade Lord with also. Oh no, sorry. She's going to be netting the Knights of the Blazing Sun. Just immediately smacks one of the Knights, just killing him and brutally murdering that horse. She's going to be fighting in the middle. The Knights have managed to catch her. And they're certainly going to be just jabbing at her. Not so friendly, should we say. She's pretty safe, though, there, I think. Dwellers below might go down. Looks like Ice Power is going to miss that Dwellers below. That is going to catch them. That is actually going to slow them down and do some really, really nice damage. The Knights got hit here very hard. In the forest, we are going to have some Sigma Suns, as well as some Swordsmen chasing here up against the Way Watchers. They are going to catch. They're going to be getting a few models here as well. So they're going to be trying to retreat where they can, but they're going to be getting a couple of hits in behind. So some nice work there from Ice. As you see, these Way Watchers are going to have to start moving away, but that is the risk. That is the risk you run. In the front, the Eternal Guards fighting here up against Swordsmen. Eternal Guards really trying to do the work where they can, but of course... My apologies is trying to get me to yawn the whole time. But as you can see here, Volkmar the Grim is just going to be wheeling and dealing all over the front line. Oh, Burning Head is going to bend here a little bit, and that's going to go straight through the Eternal Guard shields. Luckily there for them, they're not quite quick enough to get caught by that. But we are going to break the Eternal Guards in the front by being terrified. In the back, they are going to break just by being overwhelmed. And shots here are going to be just flying into the Nice Large Wild Riders. Charges here from the Empire Knights are going to finish off. Soulfire as well, doing some good damage in the front line. And in the back here, the Way Watchers are going to be struggling. Balance of power in the Empire favour. And what is left is the question. In the middle, we are going to have the Spell Singer. Looks like we're also going to be having in the back here the Glade Lord. Glade Lord's going to be fighting here up against the Swordsman. Trying to do the damage where it can. It is going to be causing fear. So you will get that negative to the stats as well. Charge here from the Knights. They're going to be going straight into the Huntsman. Wild Riders. Yeah, nice there with their frenzy. They do actually have good charge bonus and speed. 85 speed, 62 charge bonus is no joke at all. And they're going to be clearing up crew here, but it is going to be a win for the Empire. Yeah, pretty convincing there. Nice try from Phoenix. She did delete a couple of the characters, but unfortunately didn't quite have the manpower to finish off here. So for the Glade Lord, 840, 270 for the Spell Singer. 26, 42, and 117 with 190 and 150 for the Eternal Guard Shields. 700 as well as 1,170 and 640 for the Way Watchers. 311, 750 and 612 for the Great Stag Knights. 550 here for Volkmar the Grim. 170, 400 for the Bright Wizard. 50, 0, 110, 170 and 270 for the Spearman Shields, with 550, 450 and 960 from the Sigma Suns. 715, 115 and 800 for the Huntsman, with 900 here for the Silver Bullets. 112, 900 and 370 for the Knights of the Blazing Sun. Very nice indeed, very nice indeed. So now we're going to move on to the Bone Zone. I do apologise. So as we can see, where is it? Pillar of Bone. Now I like this map quite a bit. I'm sure these two will work out what they want to play. For Sigma, indeed. Getting hit with a bout of hay fever again today, I think. Hay fever really does screw me up, unfortunately. But yes, Mr. Ice Power. 2-1 here to him. Up against RTK Phoenix. It's been some really fun games so far. Some really close ones. Weight Watchers are a trap. If you pick them, you can't match anything remotely wide. This is true. This is true, Nick. This is true. Phoenix's build was very wide. Ooh, a Ghost Call from Ice Power. Ban Dark Elves and Skaven. Interesting. Oh, we could see with the reverse here. We could see Bretonia against Ghost. Now, Ghost is probably the most powerful lord at the moment for the vampire counts, in my opinion. His AoE bug, or the bug AoE damage he does, spells, everything, it is super strong right now. It is super strong. Logic, you hit 600 subscribers, by the way. I did. Thank you very much to all the support, guys. I actually managed to hit 600 subscribers, which was really awesome. Watch a game from Dacta. Dude has Weight Watchers that can warp through the Matrix. Yeah, I mean, he is an exceptional Wood Elf player. Dacta's probably one of the best Wood Elf players in the game, probably. He's got to be up there. He's got to be up there. So I'm going to have to start writing some of this down because I'm going to forget it for sure. So, for Miss Phoenix. And then we have Mr. Ice Power. So we had in game 1, we had VC and Bretonia, but we had Brett from Mr. And we had, yes, Vampire Counts here. We then had, what else did we have? We then had High Elves versus Tomb Kings. And now we're going to be having a VC. And we're going to be going with Bretonia, it looks like. Okay, so pretty interesting. I think Bretonia is still a good, strong S-tier faction. I think they're still a very good faction in the current game. I think certainly with the bugs and the improvements, where do I see them? Do I see them as still B style? Are they B or an A? I don't know where Vampire Counts sit. They somewhere sit between somewhere A and B, I think. SK is Skaven Slayer. Yeah, so SK just the abbreviation for Skaven. Give Neckbet his mirror. I've told you, Neckbit, if you, I don't know, force the mirror logic, go on. I can't force it, but I can certainly ask. At the end, maybe we'll do a mirror. Let's see how this goes. But if you want to come up against bunnies on the channel, and you want to do a mirror stream, we can do a mirror stream if you like. Joking, Skaven don't exist. the mini rat men. Swiftly, with haste. All words that are used in conjunction with Ghost. Ghosts are known for all those things. Vampire counts can stay in their graves. Ghost Mirror would be the most despicable game of my life, I think. I don't know what I would do. I would probably put it on Troll Country. I would give them 5,000 gold each and say, go at it. It will last 10 minutes, I will hate myself, and then we will move on. That's true, there are no rats, yes. Indeed. They're all sneaky blighters. Right, so for the vampire counts, let's do the little trick, shall we? For those who don't know, if you are running the debug and you just want to flip between, it's a nice quick way of doing it there. There you go. Now we're back to normal. So we are going to have a Vargolf. I really like Vargolfs. We do have two here. Very competitive. I do like them. They do look horrifying, but at the same time, they are amazing. We are going to have some crypt horrors. They were changed here with the poison, etc. They were made a bit cheaper. We are going to be having some skeleton spears, some more crypt horrors, some more spears. Looks like the Sternsman Graveguard. Graveguard. Very good at dealing with infantry. We can see some zombies in the front in a ginormously disgusting build. We're going to see unholy corpse carts, bellfires, and a normal corpse cart. And we are going to have a necromancer and Helman Gorst. Helman Gorst here with Invocation of Nehek, awakening from the grave because of the undeath, Master of the Undead, the Reliquary of Corruption, and the Unholy Lordstone with Vigorous Mortis. I do not know what to make of this, but I feel physically ill when I look at it, so I'm going to look away, and we're going to look at Bretonia. Yes, that's what we're going to do. In the front line, 4 units of the cheap peasants. We're also going to have some men-at-arms spears, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units, and also 5 of the peasant mobs. In the back, some pox arrows. No fire here, quite interesting. Just lots and lots of arrows. Looks like we have some Grail Knights in the back. Grail Guardians and some more Grail Knights here with the Fate Enchantress. The Paladin, which are 2. 1 here with Guardian, 1 without, and the Fae. What we're going to have with her today. She is going to have the Chalice of Potions, the Arcane Conduit, Need Dwellers Below, Earthblood, Mist of the Lazy, Life Bloom, and of course, all that physical resistance. Now, when you consider the Fae, I believe she has 40. Does she get 40% when she's around her lovers? No, she gets 35%. She gets 35% physical resistance, and she also gets 60% magic resistance and 15% physical missile resistance. So she is one tanky mother. She gets 50% missile resistance in total, 60% magic resistance, and 35% physical. She's a tanky lady with -5 melee attack there for the Mortis engine, and obviously that damage over time. She's just so difficult with 95 speed to pin in place, that's for sure. Virgin Fae versus Giga Chad Gorse. I mean, I don't know what about this is Giga Chad, but you know what? We'll play it. Oh my god, this is... I don't know how to describe this apart from... I'm not even going to go there. But look, we're going to move in. This is going to punch like an arrow coming in at about 23 speed through the middle. Elite gameplay here going on. Arrows moving in. This is going to be tough to deal with, I think. This is going to be really tough for the Bretonians to deal with. We're going to try and see what can out-cheese more. Can we see Fae cheese this build, or can we see this build cheese Fae? This is the greater, and there's the cheese. So let's see if we can get it. So Vargolfs, they are going to move. They're not particularly fast. They do have 80, was it 80 speed? Yes, they are pretty quick, actually. They're quicker than I thought they were. I thought they were about 70-ish speed. But 80 speed is actually pretty fast. They'll actually outspeed Cav, which is quite funny. They'll outspeed some of the most elite knights in the game. But yeah, getting shot here in the back. I'm not too sure where the plan for this blob is going to be. Balance of power is in the vampire count favour. In the front, looks like the Tide Zombies are getting shot. They are going to be soaking up arrows here. Ah, Sophia, how are we doing? Literally gave Jay my build. She better win now. This is actually a build that Ice Power used as well. I think this is pretty much spot on the same build. It is really quite laggy here. This is a blob of abomination. How are we doing, Sophia? Hope you're doing well. He came what he sought to destroy. He came to see what he destroyed. Yeah. He heard there was VC. He said, "My Bretonians, they will do well." In the back here, looks like we have some Graveguard. First time we get some Knights of the Lion-Hearted. I do like the Knights of the Lion-Hearted. We are super duper lucky here. God damn. Alright, so Knights of the Lion-Hearted. I really like the Knights of the Lion-Hearted. I think they're a really cool unit. Charging in here, lance down. We are going to move in and try and charge here straight through all that infantry, just deleting Graveguard left, right, and center. Awesome stuff. This build of 6 goddamn corpse carts is ridiculous, but they're going to move through. And I think here we're just going to ignore it from the Bretonian side of things. This is lagging like you wouldn't believe, but some of the crypt horrors are going to be moving over into this direction, but they can certainly get isolated over here. What's this? So Graveguard down to 70 models. They are going to be dying over time. For the Bretonian side of things, we have lost a peasant mob, but not really. They'll come back very shortly. What is this here? Is this going to be a Dwellers, perhaps? It's going to be Dwellers below, and it's nice that it was casted in behind. That means that they do want to pull out, they still have to pull out through the Dwellers. They're going to be taking some pretty strong damage here, I think. Does it kill any models? Yeah, it kills a couple, not really many. Should be able to get away with that. I still have no idea what to make of this, but it is certainly something. In the forest moving are the Tithe zombies. And the front, I can't get too close. It hurts me and it hurts my PC. Alright, Jay did not read what I sent her. It's alright, you can send me that build. You can send me that build, Sophia. I'd like to see that build. I'd like to see your anti-VC build. Alright, shots here going into the pretty naked Vargo. Only 40 armor, pretty low for him. Looks like we are going to have a chalice in the middle. I actually can't get too close. It actually hurts me and everything in my life. So chalice is going to be smashing in the middle, so some good damage there. A little bit far behind the play is going to be the Crypt Horrors. I don't even know how close I can get in here. The Dwellers below in the middle, that's going to do loads of damage. Faye is actually going to be able to get out. Looks like the Double Paladins are in with the Grail Guardians. Lots of damage here in the middle. Faye's going to 142 kills already, but then we're not surprised. The Sternsman Graveguard still fighting here. Looks like Peasant Pox Arrows were broken. Grail Knights and the Lion Knights of the Lion Hearted here still fighting. Charges here from the Knights as well, just continuously charging, repositioning, charging, repositioning, getting that chaff forward, creating that barrier that you can get that free charging, get out with minimal damage as well. Pardon me, apologies. And in the front, still fighting. Ooh, perhaps getting a little bit trapped here in the middle actually is going to be the Paladin. One Paladin's getting slapped apart quite a bit here. Certainly going to take some big damage over time. Getting out is going to be the Spearman at Arms. One Paladin gets away, the other one could break here. And the Grail Guardians are taking some big bad boy damage here in the middle. Perhaps Gorst here and all his power of Chadism is going to be taking them down pretty effectively. Over here on the right, we can see some isolation. So it's like the Sternsman, Skeleton Spears and some Graveguard have been isolated over here. They're going to be taken apart pretty effectively. But here in the middle, looks like it is going to be a Summoner Zombies in behind, pinning in the Knights. So the Grail Knights here are going to get pinned in, so perhaps we can start to see some more damage over time here in the middle. As you can see, those silver or those little grey down spirals there, that's going to be them taking damage over time there from Helm and Chad. Just running around here is going to be the Vargolds. They're just going to be running around like big bullies. They're just going to be bullying the living daylights out of like sweaty peasants. Just removing the Bretonian civilization from this battlefield. Still strong in this pocket is going to be the Vampire Counts. Vampire Counts are winning this. Poison arrows in the middle here from the Peasant Bowmen. They're just going to be firing in still. Still have 3 Peasant Bowmen online. Arrows look like they're going to be shooting here into... it's just zombies, isn't it? So we're not too concerned. But shots are going to be just firing in here. I think we're going after Helm and Gorst. Still lots of work here going on the right-hand side. There is going to be an Earthblood here for that healing up against all the Knights. And a little bit of healing on the Spearman at Arms. Faye as well. Looks like we are going to lose the Spearman. Looks like we've lost the Graveguard here. I can't see any Graveguard left, I don't think. We have one zombies. There we go. We have one Graveguard left. So in the back, moving back, are going to be the Archers. We certainly need to engage somewhere. Still lots of Bretonians alive, but they've certainly been taking some damage here from Hellman. Double Paladins moving in. Double Paladins, I think they're going to be rushing after the Vargolds. Or one went in and his mate left him. Absolutely no faith in your friends there. But moving in going to be the Crypt Horrors. They're certainly going to get a good poison smash into the backside of the Paladin. They're going to hit and run, do the damage where they can. Rear charge here from him as well for the Paladin. The other Paladin comes in this time when he knows it's safe. In the back here, Faye's just going to be doing that casual work up against zombies, just delivering that damage over time. Peasants have been broken, Spearmen broken, Grail Guardians, although they have perfect vigor, they're going to be down to 540 HP. Pox arrows and normal arrows are going to be running pretty low. Vargol's going to be clapping cheeks here in the background up against Paladins. Their cheeks are certainly getting spread here this morning. Or should I say this evening? Depends where you are in the world. But yes. Still lots of Cav Core over here though. We still have some Grail Knights, 2 units, and we have some Knights of the Lion Hearted. So it's just going to be the little blockade left here. For the majority, just going to be pushing out using Graveguard and using Skeleton Spears. Just shutting down the Pox arrows here, just stopping some of that fire coming in. So they're not really too bothered that they've got skeletons in their face. They're just still going to be shooting there. Charging in from the flank, that's why we're going to try and get as much value from these Paladins from Phoenix as we can. Counter charge using the Crypt Horrors is so nice, these Crypt Horrors. Since they've been made cheaper, they just thump nicely here. And they're very cost efficient at the moment, that's for sure. Healing here for the majority. And it's now going to be a Chad on Lady fight. Now we're going to have the Fae here, trying to see who can outdrain the other, who can do more damage over time. Hellman here, going to be still pretty healthy, so is the Fae. Do we have anything to punch the Fae? We still have some Crypt Horrors. Crypt Horrors are going to do some nice work. We have the double Vargolfs here in the back somewhere. Double Vargolfs is going to be bullying the Empire still. Looks like Knights are going to be chasing, but looks like they're going to give up that change. Chance will come in as well. Chance does a pretty nice smash there on the floor. It's going to do some good air effect damage there. You can see that's about 30 meters there. Corpse Guards are still in the middle, giving that good regeneration. Looks like the Crypt Horror is going to be fighting as much as they possibly can. Knights have been broken. Grail Knights have been broken as well. The Lion-Hearted is certainly going to be fighting for the last time. More Knights are going to get close, and they're going to take some damage for getting too close if they're not careful. Regeneration for the Vargolfs means they can just continuously keep running and grounding and pounding. They could do with staying a little bit close though. Beating up these Paladins could be quite favourable. Balance of Power is quite heavily in the Vampire Count favour, and this is... I'm trying to think of a clean, family-friendly word to describe what this build is. I can't think of one. Here we go though, double Vargolfs moving out. Looks like they're going to push out the Peasant Mob's going to terrify. Try and see if they can get onto these Knights if they can. Maybe get a nice rear charge. But over here in the back, looks like it is going to be the resurgence here from the Bretonians here. For the lady as they charge in for the very last time, I imagine, here up against the Vargolfs. Vargolfs slam straight back. Should be able to terrify quite a lot of this here if you're not careful. Fighting in the middle, just too many flags absolutely everywhere. Let's see if we can get a K on this bad boy. There we go. So Vargolf's going to be punching. Knights still charging in. So much magic explosion and grey just damage all over the place. Arrows firing in the top from the peasants. Peasant archers. Do we have any Pox left? We have some Pox. So 2 peasant bowmen and 2 Pox left. Still with ammunition left, so we can still pile here into the middle. So we get some good shots on the Vargolf. Vargolf is going to be losing some of that leadership there. Balance of Power, though, is still pulling in the Vampire Count favour. Helmut Gorse is going to get some redonkulous value by the end of this. As you can see, breaking, and that is going to be Balance of Power. Enlighten the VC build. Now that VC build had some spice. From Spice Power indeed. So 400, oh my god, 242 kills. 3,160 damage value. 42,800 damage dealt. What do I say about that? Apart from Faye is moderately strong. I think you and I have to have a chat, Glenn, about how we can positively remove Faye from the face of Warhammer. No, I'm really joking. But 600 there with 700 from the Paladin. We've got 75, 71, 61, 45, and 55 from the peasant mobs. 109, 104, and 24 here from the Spearman at Arms. They just stood no chance. And 102 from the Spearman at Arms. 955, 908, and 650 from the Pox Arrows, and 760 as well. 1072 from the Knights of the Lion-Hearted, and 995, and 786, and 480 for the Grail Guardians. Also, I love the fact that I love the fact that Sophia gave a build. J Phoenix just ignored it. Watching J Phoenix playing Bretonia helps me understand why England was not a medieval power. Gorst leads a mighty host of corpse cards. I mean, Gorst is the Chad master. 2,270 damage value for him. 500 and 425 for the Necromancer. We got 48, 77, 17, 63, and 83 for the zombies, including the Tithe. 430, 580 from the Spears, with 400, 925, and 600 here from the Graveguard. 460, 480, 680, 850 from the Vargolfs, with 11, 22, and 10 from the Corpse Cards. Alright, so Ice Power here is now going to move into the 3-1 category. Now, what does this mean? This means he's just one Dubsky away from pulling this Best of 7 title. We have Oakenhammer next. Map is set. Jay, it is down to you. Now, I can smell Ducky's meal from here, and it smells gorgeous. It's making me very hungry. He needs to stop. Right, what's the most scary... What is most scary to think is that even with such value, Bretonia still did not prevail. I know. That VC is truly a vile build. I know, Puggerilla, it was disgusting. So there was an item that was given to Thoric Ironbrow in the campaign, the Mortis Engine effect. I used it a couple of times in campaign on live stream, and it got him like 6.8 to 7k damage value pretty much per game. I'd love to see what it could do for multiplayer. It would be vile, but it would be fun. It would be fun for like 2 games, and then people would hate me. Right, what else did you guys say? Let's end this poll so I can see. Does VC player have... Does VC player have to be a skilled to pilot this build? Seems a bit stupid, broken, AoE damage. Yeah, I mean, that's why Gorse is like the most powerful right now. Pan chocolat, says Mr. Robert Acquafor. Is it? I feel like I can smell like spaghetti bolognese and cheese. Or maybe that's what I want to smell. Maybe that's what I want. Maybe that's because that's what I can smell. I'm not sure. Alrighty then. That's like Glenn's a big fan. We already banned your dwarf logic. Duck is Sinicious Envoy, teasing with logic with good food. I know, man. I know. I'm super hungry right now. I actually haven't eaten much today, but all right. Dark Elves, ban Wood Elves, and Greenskins. Ooh. Phoenix is getting spicy in here. Could we see a Dark Elf mirror is the question. I don't know. Maybe Neckbit has spoken to the gods. We could see a Dark Elf mirror. It is possible. It is still on the table. They are super tasty. Yeah, man. I totally agree, man. I love chocolat in the morning, man. They are super strong. Ooh, high elves from the myth. All right. Now this is, I think, a little bit Dark Elf favored, but still, I like the matchup. It's a fun one indeed. I like the matchup. I'll tell you what. Do me a favor, everybody in chat right now. Tell me what is your favorite matchup? What is your favorite matchup in the game? What is the one you like to watch the most? And then what is the one you like to play the most? I'd love to know what your favorite one is. I'd love to know. If you have one, that is. If you have one. Let's have a look. So, Mr. I know what AP stands for, but we're just going to call you Mr. Inspector. Watch VC vs VC. Wood Elves vs Vampire Counts. That's a horrible matchup. VC Mirror, TK Mirror. Any of those, really. Muck versus Logic battles are where Muck actually wins. I love it. Dwarf versus Dwarf Mirror can actually be like really interesting sometimes because it's sort of like it's a bit of mind games. Like, what do you bring? Do you bring Slayers? Like, if you bring Slayers with Giant, you bring Giant Slayers. Slayers counter Giant Slayers. But if you bring normal Slayers and they haven't brought Slayers, Slayers are pretty pointless. Like, they don't have AP, they're not going to do anything, and they're naked. Do you go throwing axes? Do you go Thunderers? What kind of front line are you talking about? It can be pretty weird sometimes. Wait, I'm waiting. There hasn't been a mumble with her cats yet. You are correct. You are correct. Ice has not used the Dark Elves yet. Ice has not used the Dark Elves. Yo, so caught up with VC Mirror, you forgot about Mum. I know. They're all forgetting the real stuff. Ghost Mirror Anime Duel is peak Total War Warhammer 2 content gameplay. God damn. Lizardman vs TK and Lizardman. Oh, Chaos vs Lizardman and TK vs Lizardman. I like the idea behind TK and Lizardman. I think it's a really interesting game. Chaos Lizardmen is also a really, really good game. Also an interesting one. I think there are certain ways both sides can play it, but it's not easy for either one side. Like, for example, TK Lizardmen, pretty 50-50, maybe slightly Tomb King favored. Yeah, you could say it, maybe 50-50. Chaos versus Lizardmen, I think Chaos favored, but I think there are ways you can play it as Lizardmen. I don't think it's an impossible matchup. This is one of my favorites, is Dark Elves High Elves. It's a pretty fun one. I also like Wood Elves TK. I think Wood Elves TK is also a fun, interesting one. I think actually Tomb Kings do pretty well against most elf factions or elven factions. Lizardmen Dark Elves. Now that's a good one as well. I like that. Good armor piercing from the Dark Elves as a roster in general. Yeah, pretty nice. Who would win VC versus Wood Elves? Wood Elves, pretty strongly favoured. Like, any good Wood Elf player will win 99% of the time. Pretty strong. Oh yes, Parkwiller. Chaos versus Norska. And the only problem is that the Chaos do have better mid-tier and high-tier infantry. That is the problem. Is the fact that higher-tier infantry from Norska just kind of sucks. Yeah, Chaos favoured against Lizardman, I think, yeah. I could be wrong. I'm not massively, like, strong in either one of those categories. But I would think it's Chaos favoured. So, Wake of Fire as well as the Rebirth with that flying resistance with the Flame of Fire Phoenix. We are going to have the triple Illyrian Reavers in the front. Also, lots and lots of Archers with Rangers. Here for Mr. Spice Power. Spicy Boy himself will have the Major Fire with just Fireball, no Kindle Flame, and the Major Death here with the Spirit Leech. and Tyrion on foot with the Heart of Avalon and just the Master Mastery. Very interesting. Now we are going to have an Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower, 380 range there for the anti-large or anti-infantry shots, depending on your fancy. Spearman here as well, dotted around with some White Lions. Yeah, should be a pretty interesting game. Fireball and Spirit Leech, interesting. No Kindle Flame. It would have been quite nicely partnered up here with the Flamefire Phoenix. But in the front, we are going to see some Dread Spears, mixing in with some Bleak Swords, some Black Ark Corsairs as well, for the added armor and infantry. Anti-infantry, sorry. And on the flanks, we are going to see the double Dark Riders with shields. We are going to see a Sorceress of Fire with the Burning Head, Fireball, and Kindle Flame here with, who is it? None less than Crone Hellebron. She will have the Gaze of Cain, the Amulet of Dark Fire, and of course Frenzy and all those great other stats. The double Dark Rider repeater crossbows in the back with the triple Scourge Runner chariots for the anti-large and armor-piercing missiles. Very nice indeed. Fireball straight out of the gate. What are we aiming for? We're going to be aiming here for the chariots and big shots as well. Big hits coming through as well. Lots of hits there on the Scourge Runners. So that's what the Fireball's for. The Fireball is to counter chariots. So we're going to have a sort of bit of a protective build here. We're going to sort of have like an inverted U shape with a bit of protection here in the back with the Spearman just sitting on top of the Eagle Claw. And I think we're going to try and replicate that same approach here. It's going to be a bit of a flat approach. You're going to have the front line hit a little bit earlier than you are the flanks. So you're just going to be making sure here that the build stays nice and tight and making sure we can't really push into any of those pockets and shut down these archers. Fireball yet again. I think we're going to be aiming after the same units of cavalry. Are we going to catch is the question. We do catch. It hits the middle model. It always generally aims for the middle model, but that's a lot of damage come through that. That's some good counters. Shots in the sky, and this is what the Flamefire Phoenix does well. Very mobile, 120 speed, can move around. Small, janky hitbox. It's very hard to hit indeed. Arrows coming through here against the Black Ark Corsairs. 80 armor is decent, but no shield indeed to protect. And here we go. The White Lions smashing straight here. In the middle here, we can see that the Black Ark Corsairs going to be fighting here with their double blades up against the nice armor-piercing axes of the White Lions. Here we go. We are going to have Crone fighting up against the man here. The myth, the legend, Tyrion. Gaze going down. Going to help there with all those stats indeed. Phoenix in the back here, going to be fighting up against the Sorceress of Fire. The Gaze of Cain going to be giving those increased stats as we do fight. Phoenix going to be absolutely trash canning here up against the Fire Sorceress. Over the right hand side, we can see actually some Black Ark Corsairs and some Bleak Swords here fighting up against the nice White Lions. And over here on the right, some big damage up against one Scourge Runner, but the rest are still running it. We can see the Illyrian Reavers coming over to block the best they can, and hopefully the Spearmen can move in as well and create a nice good blockade here on the right. Running here and chasing after Crone Hellebron, only 15 armor for her. She is super susceptible to being shot here by multiple archer units. Tyrion is going to run away. He's done the damage. He doesn't need to stay around any longer. Big shots coming out here, going to be firing into the Dark Rider repeated crossbows. And in the back, we are going to see the fast Dark Rider shields moving in and shutting down here up against the archer back line. Chariots now going into melee combat, going to be fighting here, just clearing out this archer infantry range with the fire with the burning head here in the front. Spirit Leech, I hear multiple Spirit Leeches, but one Spirit Leech here going on the Scourge Run Chariots that will delete a single unit. So that's done some nice work there with the Fireballs and the Spirit Leeches, so some good removal early on. Archers are broken here on the middle and the left. The right still going to be standing, but not for too much longer. Repeated movement here from these Scourge Run Chariots, very good at deleting infantry. One model left here, 50 health, -5 leadership. Don't know how that's going to be holding up there. Balance of power is going to be in the high elf favour. Flamefire still going to be doing some nice work. Did we lose the caster? It looks like we lost the caster here. Oh, some nice fire poops there coming out of the big birdie himself. Maybe try and see if we can get it along the line here. This is some gorgeous micro from the man himself. Moving in, what have we got? It's going to be swooping. He's going to be leaping down. Big hit there, getting absolutely yeeted of these spearmen. They certainly took a punch in. In the middle though, looks like we are going to shatter the archers. Looks like the Illyrians are going to get broken. We still have some archers on the line though. Oh, looks like we still have the Fire Mage. I don't know how that Fire Mage got away, but I think the repeater crossbows certainly came in for the aid. We are going to be clearing out the backside, so the cheap archers are going to go down, but I don't think we're too bothered there. We certainly got the value from them that we need, and we certainly bolstered that front line. So the double white lines here, with the rangers in the front, going to be just cleaning up crew, moving out of the dread spears. They're going to be pretty damaged up to this point. Not much infantry left here for the Dark Elves. Balance of power will be pulling into the high elf favour pretty strongly at this point. Tyrion has been trapped in the middle here. A couple of fire poos here could do quite nicely. But we certainly need to remove the Dark Rider recruiter crossbows. We are going to be faster with the Eagle, and the repeaters are going to do some nice damage up against Tyrion. But it looks here... Oh, actually some nice animation dodge miss there. A fire poop there on the Bleak Swords, and we could chase here. 120 speed up against 90 here for the Dark Riders. 92 in fact, beg my pardon. And it looks like here going to be some nice work in the middle. Looks like the anti-large shots from the Scourge Runners as well could hit into the Flame Fire Phoenix if it's not too careful. He's going to run away. Is he going to get away, though, is the question? Yes, with the counter-charge perhaps from the armor-piercing white lines to chase. Could thump through, but it looks like they're just way too heavy here. These chariots just punching through that line. Flame Fire's in. He's going to try and see if he can get a couple of damage. Oh, he has pinned in one of the chariot models. Here we go. We have the Dark Riders. Ooh, we are going to get a Gazer Cane going down here. Those increase the damage value there with that increased melee attack stats. Where did she go, though, is the question. Did she die? No, she's not dead, but I can't see her here. Oh, there she is. Corin Hellebron, I thought she was in the pocket, but it's like, yeah, Tyrion, pretty healthy. 1,200 health left for him at this stage of the game. We're going to be having 955 and 800 there for the casters. Burning Head in the middle. Like Burning Head going to go across the white line. Should be able to give that negative leadership. Should be able to break them quite nicely. Still have some white lines in the background. Still a Spirit Leech on board. We're trying to see if we get a Spirit Leech or two here on the Scourge Runners. That would be some very good value there from the nice Amethyst Wizard. Well, he's not an Amethyst Wizard. He's a major death, actually. Sorcerers of Fire here, just chilling out in the middle. Still got that Fire Mage that could certainly do a good punching here. Wouldn't mind seeing the Flame Fire Phoenix, maybe try and see just to clear that out. Tyrion here still going to be rolling strong. He's going to be having over 1,000 health. Still moving around in the background, just trying to assist where he can. Trying to see if he can remove a couple of these Scourge Runner chariots. I think here this is going to be a bit of a dubski here for the High Elves. Looks like here just getting thumped in the middle is going to be the major death. He's just going to get whacked here by shots from the repeater crossbows. Looks like Tyrion is going to break here up against Crone. And Tyrion dies! Tyrion gets absolutely thumped by Crone. And he's going to take a nap. Burning Head is going to go straight through the Rangers. And that's going to do some pretty nice work. They're actually going to run into the Burning Head, which is a bit of a shame. Taking a little bit of damage there. Looks like the Flame Fire Phoenix has gone AFK. Whilst the rest of the force here is going to be taking a bit of damage. Archers are back online. They should be able to aid. Maybe shooting here into the Dread Spears in the middle. Here we go. Back on the keyboard is going to be the Flame Fire Phoenix. He's going to be getting involved. Getting down and getting dirty. Trying to see if we can maybe get into the repeater crossbows. Archmage. She's still pretty healthy. Only Fireball, though. Maybe trying to see if we get Fireball onto a couple of the Scourge Runner Chariot models. In the background, there, looks like the Illyrian Reavers going to be moving. Very low leadership. 7 leadership. Not too great there. Fireball coming out. We do have a Fire Weakness here for the Flame Fire Phoenix. That Fireball perhaps not too strong. Of a selection choice there for the Winds of Magic. I'd probably try and save that for a couple of Burning Heads. Shots in the sky, though, here from the Dark Rider Repeater crossbows. Not too sure what's going on with Ice Power here. Is he... He's coming back with some units. But he's certainly very still here with the rest of his infantry. Flame Fire Phoenix is just getting shot in the sky. I don't know why Ice is not moving. Flame Fire Phoenix is broken. It looks like Crownhead is going to be killing the Major Death. Major Fire is moving, so things are moving. I don't know if he's experiencing internet problems. But Flamefire Phoenix, still healthy. But if it breaks here, it will go off. It is coming back. Looks like he's going to try and see if we can break the Dark Riders. It is going to die there. Okay, so that will break and go off the edge of the map. Nothing else is moving here. I don't really know what else to cast. There's nothing moving. Nothing's going on. Rangers are running away. Getting yeeted here is the Major Fire. Fireball is going to come out. Balance power is now even. Looks like Gaze is going to go down the middle on the Major Fire. The Major Fire will die here. Moving in, I go to the rest of the infantry units. Yeah, man, 100%, 100%. Nah, sadly we didn't see a rebirth here, unfortunately. Looks like it's going to be a shout out from the Alira and Reavers. And I think it's going to be a Dubsky here. Dubsky for the Dark Elves. Alright, well, 1,300 for Tyrium. 300, 400 there for the Mage. A couple of hundred here for the Spears as well. 560 for the Rangers. We got 780, 580, 400, 380, 390, 550 for the Archers, 690, 420, and 580 for the Lyra and Reavers, 705 for the Flamefire, and 400 for the Eagle Claw Bolt Thrower. 1.8 for Crone. We got 950 here for the Sorcerers of Fire. We got 190, 160 for the Bleak Swords with 580. 266, 253, and 325 for the Dread Spears. 360, 200, and a couple of hundred here from the Dark Riders. 1.5k from these, but they just sat there and shot. And yeah, pretty good. Tyrion and I must have broke Ice Power. I think Ice Power didn't want to let Dark Elves lose. So, I think he handedly gave the game away to Phoenix, which is fine. Which is fine. I was going to let them play the next game anyway, so... So we'll give the Dubsky here to Miss Phoenix. Yeah, we would have continued even if it had finished. We probably just would have played 7 games anyway, I think. Sweet. He needs to get up at the crack of dawn. Skip school and Warhammer is better for you. Trust me, I'm a doctor. Oh, usually very fun battles. I have to go to sleep. Tomorrow is my day. No more school, sadly. Oh no, that's a shame. Dark Elves, no bans. Interesting. No bans. I'm off to go lose a quick battle with Helebron. We'll be back after. Nice. You let me know how it goes. You let me know how it goes. What's happening with Sedain? Oh, you're just saying goodnight, yeah. Don't trust the dark key feeds on your souls while you watch it. But yeah, guys, if you're all watching and maybe you're brand new here, if you're enjoying it, I'd really appreciate it if you guys do subscribe. You can also go into the description where you can find the Discord. If you guys join there, at the moment, I've actually just, as of tonight at midnight, so in 30 minutes, we will be starting the second season of my brand new league, which is going to be the Shorebird League. This is for all brand new players here in the competitive community. So you have to be a brand new player. You have to come play against myself or one of my Thanes, and which will be one of the admins. And what we do is we put you in a league, and you guys gain experience. And only people in or with the Shorebird status can play. And then once you are playing, you also have the opportunity to not just do leagues, which we see normally in the WWC, but you also get to do tournaments as well, just for you guys. So you can give yourself a nice opportunity to get into the league, get some experience, get into the multiplayer scene, learn some other people brand new names as well. And then when you're done, you've been promoted all the way through, you then move on and you can play your Battlemanias, your Death Before Dishonors, you can play your Warhammer World Championships. You come ahead and play as much as possible. Now I understand. Ice wants to give a DE masterclass. Yes, more than likely. Wanted to see if we can get Crone to pay for herself with the help of the opponent. We couldn't. I love it. Alright, so we're actually on... I don't actually forget what map we're on. Schwarzenhafen and then Storm Demon. Nice. Schwarzhafen. Nice. Yeah, I think as well, you know, when you guys join, you'll also have, like, you know, your short bed accesses, so you'll be able to see, you'll have your own places to play, etc. You're at second place in the first pick order again. I know, but you're too strong, mate. You're too strong. I had to nerf you. I had to nerf you, Hank. I had to. I had no choice. Thanks for playing, buddy. You take care of yourself. But yeah, we'll be doing that. I've also got a couple of cool things coming forward as well. A couple of best of sevens between some quite elite players that want to play and really put everything on the board. These two here are very, very good players in the community and really good friends, which is why I was excited to have them on. I'm very, very excited to have them on today. Going Helebron double Hydra will let you know how bad it goes. If you win, I want that replay. If you win, I want it. Alright, so, from the man himself, the man that revived the Dark Elves. Not even talking about AoE damage spells, just the man who revived Dark Elves itself. Gave it the double Manticore Marathi play. And here we go, Marathi, double Manticore in the sky. We're also going to be having some Cold One Knights in the back. Triple of the Scourge Runner Chariots. The Dark Rider shields in the front, and some Dread Spears to go alongside. Marathi here, who will have the Wand, Soul Stealer, Heartrender of the Dark Sword, Enchantment Beauty, and the Greater Arcane Conduit. Now, Ferromanticore is some of the most cost-efficient terror, if not the most cost-efficient terror in the game, with some Dread Spears here in the front line, mixing with some Bleak Swords, just mad chaff, and good anti-large Scourge Runner shots. It makes for a terrifying force. Dark Elves very strong at the moment. Going wide is going to be the Empire. We are going to be seeing shields in the front here with some Spearmen and some Swordsmen on the side, including the Sigma Suns. Flying high in the sky is going to be the Light Wizard here, with the Net of Amatok and the Shem's Burning Gaze, and also here, a very sneaky tactic that a friend of mine told me all about. Now we have Blast, and we also have Shem's Burning Gaze. Now both of these are going to be here to deal with Scourge Runner Chariots. There's a very good anti-chariot gameplay. Outriders in the front, good armor piercing, triple indeed. Oh, it's actually a Pistolier as well. Pistoliers and Hour. So one Outrider, double Pistoliers. Looks like we are going to have a Great Cannon, and Great Cannon. So 3 Great Cannons, 3 Spears on top of them, and Knights of the Blazing Sun with some more Outriders. So 2 Outriders, 2 Pistoliers, and double Knights of the Blazing Sun. In the front, Marcus Wolfheart just with the net, and also a net here in the sky. I think you can do that. Can somebody tell me if we can have, can we have Marcus net and also net for the Light Wizard? I'm pretty sure we should be able to. Pretty sure we can. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Alrighty. So, let's get into it, mate. Over here, then, we are going to see some of those Scourge Runners. They're going to be moving, and I think we're going to be turning and burning here with the Light Wizard, which is overcast there to kill some of the Scourge Runners. Also get a nice, good blast there, which is the ability you can pay for that costs no mana. You can also finish off some more chariots as well. Blast and an overcast Shem's Burning Gaze will actually kill a Beastman Chariot, which is quite nice to know. Manticore moving over here. Manticore has 85 speed here. Big hits on the Light Wizard. Light Wizard is going to have 105 speed. You should be able to get away, but big shots coming out the Scourge Runners. Big damage there as well. So it looks like we are going to net. Are we going to Shems and are we going to blast? It looks like we are going to Shems. Shems done some decent damage. Are we going to blast is the question. We should blast and a blast. Lovely damage. Gorgeous damage. That's going to be quite the damage indeed. Let's get a little look there. See a little bit in detail. So that's going to be going down by 1.3k health there. I think that was a normal Shems. I don't think that was overcast. Cannons in the back. Looks like we immediately have Marathi on the cannon. Marathi actually destroys a cannon. Songster in the middle. That's going to catch the Pistoliers and the Outriders. Spearman in the middle. Somebody that has some more spears in the back with the Dark Rider shields. Here we actually have Knights of the Blazing Sun going to get chased here by a Wand. Wand is going to split them apart here. They do have 25% magic resistance. They are pretty handy against such attacks. Moving over is going to be the Pistoliers and the Outriders. We do actually have the Ferromanticore chasing on Rampage here up against the Light Wizard. Shots coming in the sky. They are going to hit, but they're not too efficient here against shooting Ferromanticores in the sky. That's for sure. Cannons in the back. One has been broken. Didn't see it. We still got 2 online though quite handily. We actually have Marathi. As you can see, the gunfire going everywhere. Not so much into the Manticore, but the Manticore is going to break negative 48 leadership. He is going to go down. It's going to be Marathi and only 1 cat left. One of the 2 cats have been dealt with. Scourge Runners, unfortunately here from Ice, are just going to be shooting up against the Skeleton Spearmen uphill. That's not too advantageous for them. Shattering is going to be the Manticore. Off the edge of the map it goes, and so does that Great Cannon. 1 of 3 down. In the back we are going to see some Dark Riders and also Marathi working with some Scourge Runners to get into the front line. We can certainly see some Shems coming out here from the Bright Wizard, I'm sure. Net in the front here, so we are going to net the Dark Rider shields. A perfect net. Look how close they are to those cannons. It's like a little bit there. A little bit of a cartoon when you see them getting netted right in the front. And now they're going to get spread apart with Pistoliers and Outrider fire. Now they don't have any, oh they do have shields, these other shielded variants, they are going to get splat pretty hard here in the front. And a rear charge for the Knights of the Blazing Sun could certainly hurt. Knights coming through, are they going to catch? I don't think they're going to be quite fast enough. They're not going to be quite fast enough to get in here, but Marathi comes in, Manticore as well, to try and fight here with that terror. And like she's going to be casting. Shem's going down here. Ooh, right into the back of the Manticore there, causing some really nice damage. No blast is going to be available though. Songstealer is going to catch the pocket here with the Great Cannons. Also going to be catching the Pistoliers. Didn't quite get the Outrider though. A couple of noise glitches going on here, I think. Game is buggy as always. Shots coming through, and it's like we do destroy a cannon. He is going to be in the back. He's immediately terrified the Great Cannon crew, and I don't blame them. Poor guys. In the middle here, though, we can see the Scourge Runner is just going to be yeeting Marcus Wolfheart all over the place. He is going to try and run. Don't really know how far he can run. Only 1 net on the characters. I thought so. I did think there was a few too many nets. A big hit there from the Manticore. Manticore is just going to bully the living daylights out of Marcus here. Hit from the Pegasus. It's just going to be a bit of footy going on here, I think, in the middle. Shems could do with coming over and dealing with the Manticore in the sky. I think if the Bright Wizard does fight, it could be a little bit painful. Oh, Manticore does get hit. Manticore is going to go onto the floor. Not too sure why. I think it's just going to rear charge Marcus. Soul Stealer. Oh my god. Oh, Shem's going down as well. Okay. Another Soul Stealer. It looks like we are going to have a wand coming down on Marcus Wolfheart. Looks like the Light Wizard was broken. Marathi does have 105 speed. She can certainly chase. Oh, actually shatters. No, that's so painful. But that is going to be balance of power. That was enough there to tip it over the edge of the balance. Technically, if he doesn't actually use Hadri's. But how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well, Hadri's. Phoenix is a she. Sigmar Sons. Oh, get it finished. Marathi is super strong. Marathi single-handedly pulls Dark Oaks up a tier, if not two. I think Jay knows. I think Jay knows. Cool. Let's hop back in with you guys. I'm back. How did it go? How did it go? All right. So, what are you saying, Sunlight? How you doing, buddy? So we got 1.8k for Marathi. We got 380, 380, 380 for the Bleak Swords. Very efficient. 240, 95, 240, and 190 for the Dread Spears. 255, as well as 109, and 909 with 110 kills for the Dark Riders. 580 for the Cold One Knight with 955, 500 and 1086 for the Scourge Runners with 1005 and nothing from the Ferromanticore. 530 for the Bright Wizard with 1665 for Marcus Wolfheart. It's like 220, 220, 280 and 190 for the Spearman. We've got 340, 250 and 505 for the Sigma Sons with 930. And also 550 from the Knights of the Blazing Sun. 470, 340, 676 from the Outriders. 87, 340, and 320 for the Great Cannons. Alright, so that is going to be a win here for Ice Power, but we are going to play the final game. We are going to have a good laugh, and I think we're going to finish with a Norskin mirror. Because who doesn't like that? Hey? Who doesn't like a Norskin mirror? Certainly know I do. Certainly know I do. Was first no mage Imric build, so in reality my opponent won the swag off. Oh god. I'm off to practice my micro. Well, Mr. Parker, you head on into that voice chat of mine, and we'll hopefully I'll see you there for a couple of games, maybe if you're around. I'd love to play some games against yourself. But yes, you go practice that micro. We have a big league starting tonight. Stop mammoth on mammoth violence. So, Mr. Ducky. Best of 7 tomorrow on my channel, you versus me. I have football tomorrow at... What time do I have football tomorrow? 6 o'clock kickoff. Calling out a challenge on live so you cannot hide from me. I'd happily give you a best of 7 game if that's what you want. The problem would be is that I have football, so I have to be after football if you can do that. I don't know if you can do that. But I'd be happy to play. No, I'm not. I'll be staying for the Norscan Mirror. Ah, okay. Okay. Norscan Mirror should be fun. Norscan Mirror should be fun. Oh, we're doing Oshkosh-Hafen. I didn't change the map. I'm a silly boy. Oopsies. There we go. Nice. So, here, which one? So, Phoenix is going to be with the normal. Now, she is going to be having Norscan Ice Trolls. It's just normal Trolls. I think it's Trolls, Ice Trolls, Trolls. So, 4 Ice Trolls. We're going to be having Norscan Trolls, 3 of those. Some Marauder Horse Masters. 2 horsemen and a horse master on there, with some more cav on the front. We're going to have a Shaman of Metal, who is going to have, interestingly, Searing Doom, Glittering Robe, and Metal Shifting. And we're going to be having a Throg Daddy Boy here as well. Throg Daddy Boy will have the Wintertooth Crown and Copious Vomit. In the front, we are going to be having Marauders here for Mr. Ice Power. 4 of them indeed, with a full ice build, I think. It's a full ice build. Norscan Ice Wolves, Norscan Ice Trolls, a Frostworm in the Sky, Throg, Shaman of Death, Shaman of Fire. We're going to have some more Ice Wolves and this double Frostworm as well. God damn it. Alright, Fireball. Looks like Spirit Leech and a Throg Daddy himself in the front, with Fight or Die. Look at these gorgeous things. Look at them. Look at them. They are just, like, unbelievable. Love to see it. Love to see it. This will be fun, eh? This will be fun. Glittering Robe is very good against Norsca. Yeah, that's true. Thoughts on Skinwolf working? I think it's a really cool unit. But interested to know what Catan thinks, if it's actually like competitive at all. I feel like it could be, but I feel like it's really expensive as well. So moving forward, we're going to have quite a bit of skirmish here. This is going to be pretty hard here for Ice Power to win, I think. The blob of boys in the middle. The boys. They're going to do pretty well here, I think. I think the Frostworms could literally terror out everything. That was the only problem. I think these front line are just going to have to get smashed by Kite, I think. Alright, here we go. So, it could be a couple of breath attacks here, I think, maybe. Here we go. The boys are in. Clubs ready. We're going to be having all sorts of boys fighting up against each other here. Clubs against clubs. Throg is in as well. Double Throg up against each other. Glittering Robe, Wintertooth. It's overcast as well, so there should be multiple units. Yes, it is. Breath attacks down one line. Should we get a breath attack down another line here, I think? Yeah, there's going to be breath attack down the other side as well. Doing some pretty decent damage there. Spirit Leech in the back here up against the Marauder Horsemen. And looks like here some of the Norscan Ice Walls going to be moving around the flanks as well. Searing Doom over there on the right. Do some good work here up against Ice Power's Trolls. In here with the Frostworms as well, causing that terror. Looks like we're going to be terror-routing so much here. It's almost instantly going to be breaking. It's almost impossible to say what's going on. We can see here kiting up against the Norscan Ice Walls. They are going to be faster. Doggos are going to go down, and that's always sad for anyone that's watching. But those doggos will not go down in vain. A few of them have frozen. I'm not too sure what they've frozen, but they are going to catch, which means they will slow, which means they will do some good damage as well. In the middle, terror routed, terror routed, terror routed, terror routed, terror routed, and the rest are roughly going to be fighting. Looks like here it is going to be Throg from Phoenix fighting up against Throg. It's a Throg on Throg action in here. Club against club, vomit on vomit. Big punch to the face from the Throg of RTK Phoenix. One certainly took some damage. Another punch through as well. This one is struggling. He actually kicks as well. Both are going to be punching each other pretty hard here. Shaman Sorcerer of Metal from Phoenix is also going to be getting hit pretty hard here by the Norscan Ice Trolls. Fireball flung high. Where's the Fireball going is the question. Fireball is going to be going straight here into the Horseman. Nice big hit right in the face there. We are going to shatter the Norscan Ice Balls. Second unit are going to be wavering as well. What else have we got left here on the battlefield? Honestly, not too much. Throg dies from Ice Power, pretty much. He's going to shatter instantly. And now it's going to be Glittering Robe on this Throg first of well. Does he have 115 armor? That really tips it over the balance into a really good armor range. But unfortunately, there's going to be lots of AP here from the Frostworm. Yeah, Terrified here is going to be the other Throg as well. Charge in from the Marauder Horseman. Balance of power here going hugely in the favor of Ice Power's blue Norskins. Breath attacks here in the pocket as well coming up. Spirit Leech on the Marauder Horseman. So the Shaman Sorcerer has been terrified. Marauder Horsemasters have been terrified. That is going to be balance of power. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a Norscan mirror match. 1,900 from Throg here from RTK Phoenix. Also got 509 for the Shaman Sorcerer of Metal with 320, 440, 260, and 360 from the Marauder Horseman. 705, 350 from the Marauder Horsemasters, 205, 207, and 194 for the Norscan Trolls. We've got 190, 30, 150, and 64. God damn, for the Norscan Ice Trolls, they did not pay, period. 800 here from Throg, 214 for the Shaman Sorcerer of Death, 170 as well. We got 116, 411, 272 with 68 here for the Marauders. 981, 340, and 650 here for the Norscan Ice Wolves with 1,066 and 745 with 1,400 from the Norscan Ice Trolls. 900 and 1.3k from the Frostworms. Pretty fun stuff indeed. Since it doesn't have much AP skirmish except ice brought to Frostworms. Overlook War, very fun unit, overpriced by a couple of hundred, but offers a lot of utility. That was fast and that was furious. But GG's well played to both these guys. I can't see what they said because it looks like they left, but I hope they enjoyed today. I thoroughly enjoyed casting that. Well played to Ice Power as the victor, sorry. But also a really fun set of games. I did enjoy it. GG's, thanks for hosting, Logic. No problem. Want to fight Grombrindle next time though. All right. I'll set you up with Grombrindle. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it as well. Some really nice, fun games. Some really close ones in the beginning as well. They were super fun. But yes, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, of course, do smash that like button. Also, feel free to subscribe if you're enjoying all the content you see here on the channel. It really does help. I can also see here that a couple of you sent in some dislikes. I'm not too sure why you sent in those dislikes, but feel free to let me know. You can join the Discord. You can send me a couple of messages if there's something about the content you don't like. I'm always looking to improve my content. Was awesome spectating. Good. I'm glad, Mark Luck. I'm glad you had a good time. But yes, feel free to let me know, perhaps if you didn't enjoy it, why you didn't enjoy it. But I'm always, as I said, always looking to improve. But yeah, take care of yourself, guys. We'll be having Battlemania on Friday, so please sign up and check in for that. That'll actually be on the Discord, so you'll need to join to find that, so make sure you do. If you are a new player looking to play with some other new players in tournaments and leagues, feel free to join for the Shortbeard League as well, and we have Shortbeard tournaments for all that experience that you guys can certainly hop onto and get yourself involved in. Will be Mr. Iceplayer playing Elder Scrolls. I see you, sir. But if you guys do want to get involved with any other good stuff going forward, please do get in touch. I'm offering all sorts of things. I'm looking to widen the spread of what I do for content creation, so just let me know. They saw that Vile Gorse build. Yeah, perhaps, Nocaine again, perhaps. But yes, take care of yourself. I'll see you all very soon, and yeah. Peace.